Hey, welcome everybody. Good to have you on. Go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. Love to say hello to you. Welcome.
Hi, Fatima, Dallas, Texas.
Hey, Fatima, how are you from Dallas, Texas?
I'm good, and you?
I am excellent. We were just out there a couple of weeks ago. I'm down here in Houston, or I guess up here in Houston.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, indeed. How's the day going?
It's going great.
That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Yes, indeed. Well, good. We're going to get started here in a moment. I am totally thrilled and excited about everything that's taking place. So welcome to the call. We're on right on time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be streaming also from onto Facebook. And so certainly if you're on Facebook, you want to go to your Facebook page and click Watch Party. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome everybody. We're going to get started here momentarily. If you have not joined us, make sure you click on Watch Party here. We're going to be getting started here in a brief moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to have you on. All right, folks, welcome to the broadcast. We're getting started. We're setting everything up here for the live simultaneous cast that we'll be having on Facebook. So we will be live on Facebook in T-minus about 60 seconds. So all of you on Zoom, welcome to the broadcast. Excited to have you on here. Good to have you on. Hello, hello, welcome. If you're just joining, go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. Love to say hello to you.
Violet Ford, Birmingham.
Hey, Violet Ford, welcome, Birmingham. Good to have you on. Who else do we have out there?
How you doing? This is Juarez and Vivian White, Rashed, Texas.
All right, Juarez and Vivian White. Coach Juarez, Coach Vivian. Glad to have you guys on as well. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
New York.
Who's that from New York?
Salima, Shine is on the line.
Oh, hello there. Glad to have you on. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Absolutely. Guys, if you're just logging on, welcome to the broadcast. Go ahead and state your name, where you're calling from. We are going live on Facebook here in T-minus 60 seconds. Welcome to the broadcast. All righty, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, hi, hi. All right, we are live on Facebook. I want to welcome the Facebook family on to the broadcast as well. I am yours truly, Jarrod Wilkins. I am thrilled. I am so excited to be one of the guest speakers on tonight and really talk to you about who we are, what we do, why it works, and really how you can participate in what's taking place and where we're going as an organization. I want to say congratulations to those of you that are streaming into Facebook. Welcome, Facebook family. I want to say welcome to all of you on our Zoom line as well. You know, tonight is a very special night. I'm going to be interviewing and talking to a couple of business partners of ours that have achieved some monumental success in the business in a relatively short period of time. But, you know, this call should not last any more than 20 to 25 minutes in total length. I want to talk to you tonight about, number one, who we are, number two, what we do, and most importantly, how you fit in to this equation. You know, my wife and I, we've actually been involved in the profession of home-based business and direct sales for the better part of this year will make 16 years. I'm always candid to talk about the experience of what we've shared over the last 16 years, because the first 6 years were not extremely successful years financially. Matter of fact, we did not even earn $100,000 combined in that first 6 years. So we are no overnight success, you know, or success is. I tell people all the time that success does not happen overnight. It happens night after night. And as a result of those first 6 years, here's what happened. We were so blessed and very fortunate to be mentored and coached by individuals that had created net worths of more than $100 million. Individuals that had really taught us how to develop systems and a culture and an environment to not only succeed ourselves, but develop and deploy other people to start businesses from the comfort of their home and succeed as well. And as a result of a lot of that teaching and executing on what it is that we've learned, we've been very blessed and fortunate over the last decade to be completely financially independent. We have not worked a job, have not worked for anybody for the better part of a decade. My wife and I have been completely retired in our 30s, but I don't say that to brag or even to boast at all, because I tell people all of the time that it's really through the grace of God that all of this has happened. But I got to tell you what took place for us. In 2015, we were going through what I call transition. Anybody ever been through transition before? I define transition as that place that you come to in your life where you say, I don't necessarily know where I'm going, but I do know where I can no longer stay. That's exactly where we were. And I'll never forget going on a fast, my wife and I, because I was ready to exit what I call the home-based business profession, the network marketing profession, because we had built a business to a very successful multiple five-figure a week income, and only to see it disintegrate and so many people on our team lose their incomes and a lot of the things that took place. And I said, you know what, I don't want to experience that anymore. And so, you know, what I started to do is say, okay, let's look for other businesses. Let's look to start something else. And my wife was the one that came to me and said, honey, God told me to tell you he's not through with us when it comes to this type of business. And that led us on a fast for 2 weeks. And after that fast, I'd never forget being on the living room, or not on my living room floor, but on the office floor of my wife's office, in tears, crying, saying, God, I need to hear from you. And I never forget hearing specifically his words to me. Said, son, I want you to build it for your last name. Now, I'll be candid with you. I didn't know back then what in the world that meant. It had no specific brand or awareness or detail to it, but I knew exactly and precisely what it is that I felt. And with that feeling, I ran downstairs. I ran downstairs to my wife and I said, honey, starting in 2016, what we are no longer going to do is we're no longer going to hustle for our first name. We're going to start building it for our last name. And the people that we are assigned to in this next season are people that resonate with that. You know, individuals that say, you know what, maybe for the last 2 years of your life, maybe the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your life, if you're honest, all you've done is hustle for your first name. You've paid your bills. You've taken care of your family. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're not fulfilled. You've settled for a paycheck versus pursue your passion. And here's what happens with most people. They don't pursue their passions because, number one, you don't have the money. Number two, you don't have the time because you're so busy working a job. Number three, you don't have the experience to know how to even know where to start. And number four, you don't have a platform so that your gift, your skill, your talent can be exposed and seen by the masses. I said, our objective with our system and our vision is to not only attract people that this resonates with, but really give them the tangible principles and teaching on really how to start a business and leverage this to really go out and pursue their dreams and answer the call in their life. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to shift gears now. I want to talk to you about the people that we've met. I want to talk to you about the partnership that we have, because if what I've just described to you in terms of building something for your last name, if the words inheritance and the words legacy, if they resonate with you, if it feels right to you, then I'm going to ask you for the next 15 to 18 minutes of your time to suspend disbelief. I want you to suspend disbelief, not for my benefit, but really for yours. And the reason why I'll say that is because, you know what, I can tell you a mind is like a parachute. It does not work until it's open. You know, through a chance encounter, we had a chance to meet with Mark and Cindy Pentecost. They are the founders and owners of a company called It Works Global. You know, this company was started in 2001, so we're not some overnight success story in terms of a company. We've been in business for more than 20 years. We've generated over $6 billion in total revenues. We're open in over 20 countries around the world. We're family-owned, faith-based, and debt-free. This is our corporate office in Bradenton, Florida. We have literally hundreds of employees that work for the company in support of our ever-expanding and growing independent distributors of more than 100,000 active members in 20 countries around the world. This is what happens behind the scenes, as you can see, eyes closed and heads bowed as we pray, entering into what we do, which is a conference every single year that literally attracts tens of thousands of people from around the world that really come to learn and be educated and inspired on how to run a home-based business from the comfort of their home. We have been featured in Inc. magazine. We've been featured in Fortune magazine. We've been featured in Forbes magazine. This company is rock solid, debt-free, and expanding. Over the next 3 years, our objective as a company is to double in size. Currently, we generate about $500 million a year in revenue. We're going to generate over $1 billion a year in revenues as a result of the expansion and the leadership that you're listening to and you will be a part of tonight. You know, I want to now talk a little bit about the industry that we've tapped into. Ladies and gentlemen, every real business has a product or service that they market. You know, business is very, very simple. It's all about supply and demand. If you can put yourself in a position to supply an existing demand in the marketplace, you can do well in business. I want to talk to you tonight, maybe for the first time, some of you this morning, about the business of coffee. I want to explain how the raw materials of coffee, which is 5 cents to produce a pot of coffee, pays about $15 in profits. You know, after this conversation tonight, you're never going to look at a cup of coffee again the same. When you look at coffee, it's the most widely consumed beverage on the planet. It's the second highest traded commodity after oil. More than 400 billion cups are served each and every single year with no signs of slowing down. Americans drink about 146 billion cups of coffee annually. Europe has the largest market of coffee drinkers on the planet. They represent about 30% of the global coffee market to date. When you look at this, 2 out of every 3 Canadians drink coffee each and every single day. 40% of college students ages 18 to 24, ladies and gentlemen, they drink coffee every single day. Millennials, these are people born from 1982 to the year 2000. I'm a millennial. We consume about 44% of all coffee in the United States. The entire country of Australia is estimated to drink an average of 1.3 million cups of coffee per day. So what does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, coffee is not on trial. You know, a friend of mine was asking me, how long do you think coffee has been around, Jarrod? And I said, coffee has been around longer than roaches. You can't kill roaches and you cannot kill coffee drinkers. Matter of fact, coffee is the #1 addiction and legal habit on the planet. It is the most consumed beverage, only behind water. It just so happens that in order to consume or in order to make a pot of coffee, you've got to use what? Water. Outside of water, there's nothing else more consumed than coffee. When you look at the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, guess what? Coffee is the second highest traded commodity above oil. Below oil, above rice, above gold, above silver, even, ladies and gentlemen, above corn. What does that mean? It means that when you're in the business of coffee, the sun never sets on your income because it's not affected by who's in office, whether it's Democrats or Republicans. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. When you look at coffee in its entirety, when you look at how it operates, you can look at companies that have been successful in the coffee arena. Look at companies such as Maxwell House, Good to the Last Drop. Look at a company like Folgers. How many of you are familiar with Folgers? Folgers has been around since 1850. That company, that brand was started by an immigrant named James Folgers. Go out on Wikipedia and look it up yourself. Guess what James Folgers, i.e. operative word Folgers, guess what James Folgers did? He left an inheritance and a legacy for his family. Why? Because he built it for his last name. Look at Starbucks. They didn't invent coffee. They came in and got founded in 1971. A gentleman by the name of Howard Schwartz saw the vision of being able to put a little whipped cream on coffee and charge people up to $5 and sometimes $7 and $8 a cup. And they've got more than 20,000 points of distribution all around the world. And guess what? They generate tens of billions of dollars every single year in annual revenues, and coffee is not slowing down at all. As a matter of fact, I wanna now kind of share with you what is the biggest difference when it comes to our coffee, why so many people, when they drink our coffee, while they're coming over and consuming our coffee versus anything else that you can find. First of all, what we ask people is, do you or anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least on occasion? We ask them, what's your favorite brand of coffee? And number three, have they ever paid you for drinking coffee? And of course, when people tell us never, guess what we do? We introduce them to the coffee and the tea that pays. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a skinny brew coffee and a keto coffee. These are two different versions or brands of our flagship selling product, which is our coffee. Now listen to me. Skinny brew coffee is a fat burning coffee. It's a fat burning coffee. One more time slowly. Fat burning coffee. It burns body fat, increases metabolism. It has 6 brain boosting ingredients known to increase motivation, concentration, and alertness. Our keto coffee, it supports a low carb ketogenic lifestyle. It helps you stay sharp, focused, and in a good mood while fighting off hunger cravings. Ladies and gentlemen, the Skinny Brew coffee is a French roast coffee with green coffee bean and nootropics. You don't have to take my word for it. Go on Google, go on WebMD, go to PubMed, type in nootropics, any health ailment you're familiar with, and you will see what this product does in the lives of people all over the world. The beautiful thing about it, it has a bold, robust taste. It is absolutely gourmet and delicious. Our keto coffee is more for a latte lover. It has the cream and sugar. It has grass-fed butter. It has MCT oil already infused into it. And the best thing about it is you can't see it, you can't taste it, and you cannot smell it. Now, for those of you that do not ever drink coffee, meaning you've never put your lip on some latte. You know, once you go black, you never go back, but you've never had a black cup of coffee, but you drink tea. I want you to pay attention here. We've got not just green tea or Lipton tea, we have keto tea. Ladies and gentlemen, this keto tea is a spiced chai tea. It helps your body create ketones to support a low carb keto lifestyle. It gives your mind and body energy without all of the caffeine. So these are our flagship selling products that we do have. As a matter of fact, I want to bring on Mr. Ferguson onto the line here. And the reason being is because he's had a very unique experience when it comes to our products. You know, Mr. Ferguson, he and his lovely wife, Pam, are brand new rubies in our company, which means they are doing some incredible things in business, touching a whole lot of lives. But, you know, Sundiata, why don't you come online, share with everybody your personal experience utilizing the keto coffee and some of the products that we do have here, and, you know, obviously share your professional background as well, and what this experience has meant for you and your family since you've been partnered with It Works, and what the vision, why the vision of Build It for Your Last Name as a project resonates with you and your family as well.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Wilkins, as always, for you and your lovely wife, excuse me, one, for allowing me to share on the platform, but for the sacrifices both of y'all have made to even create the platform that we have an opportunity to partner with. And, you know, I'm still so soaked about us, you know, going Ruby, but I remember the conversation. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, my wife and I, we were really looking for an opportunity that we could call home. And we sat down with Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins, and, you know, we both said that we wanted this one to be the last one. We didn't want to do anything else after this. And Mr. Wilkins shared with us the vision of Build It for Your Last Name. And it's interesting because my wife actually, excuse me, started her own company using her first name and a couple of the kids' first name as well. And so when we partnered with Mr. Wilkins, what Mr. Wilkins and his wife didn't know is that they didn't know how low I had fallen. In fact, I had recently been diagnosed with epilepsy because of a brain injury. And that's about all they knew. They knew I was having some challenges and things, but what they didn't know was that the day that Mr. Wilkins called me to share with me that we were going to partner with It Works, that was the day I actually had decided that I was going to commit suicide. And I share that because it's interesting that, you know, I had made my decision. I knew exactly what I was going to do. And then I get a phone call from him right around lunchtime, and he says, hey, Sundiata, this is the direction we're going in. So while in that conversation, he mentioned to me, you know, some of the keto products. Unknown to him, my beautiful wife had already been researching the keto lifestyle. And so when I got off the phone, I called her immediately. I said, hey, this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. She said, yes. And fellas on the line, sometimes just listen to your wives and go with it. Don't even argue or question it, right? So we got the keto coffee in within three days, right? So we were excited about that. Well, the day we got the coffee in, I had 2 seizures that day, and I had a seizure the day before. So as soon as we got the coffee, my wife says, hey, you need to drink a cup of this keto coffee ASAP. Drank the first cup of keto coffee that night. Then the next morning, she said, hey, have another one. Well, about 9:30 that next morning, I'm riding around doing what I'm doing. And I say to her, I said, Pam, I just noticed I don't have any of my migraine headaches, and my body doesn't hurt like it normally does after I have my seizures. And unlike before I had started the keto coffee, it would take me 3 to 4 days just to recover from having one seizure, and I was having multiple. Well, you know, so from that day, started ingesting the keto coffee. I was noticing recovery time was getting shorter and shorter. In fact, thanks to starting to use the keto coffee, and back then it was still using the first formulation of the greens, even the Confianza, because as a veteran, I was dealing with PTSD. And again, all of this, Mr. Wilkins had no clue, but taking the Confianza for stress, I was like, wow, we started noticing major differences. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the truth was, I had told my wife that I was done. I didn't want to do any more presentations because I was dealing with the anxiety and the depression that came from that. Started using the Confianza. Well, 2 things happened. One, I was able to completely come off of all seizure medications. Haven't touched any seizure medications in a year. The beauty of that is that I went from having multiple, sometimes 5+ seizures a day, down to now maybe having 1 or 2 a month. All right, and that was really, that is huge for me. You know, Mr. Wilkins asked what was my professional background. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, I have a degree in engineering design, but here's the kicker. Most companies view individuals with epilepsy as liabilities, so they find loopholes to not hire you. And I made my wife a promise that we would never find ourselves in the financial struggle that we were in before. So when we went to conference and we came back, Mr. Wilkins could tell you, we made a decision, and in 28 days, we were able to do, excuse me, what we had not done in the previous 16 months, and that was go Ruby. And we're just not getting started. So, Mr. Wilkins, as always, thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your leadership. Because the one thing that you did, Mr. Wilkins, and I want everybody to hear this, is when we met with him, he gave us his word. Throughout the entire year, when my wife and I were not building and not contributing any value to the organization, Mr. Wilkins and his wife, they would still call, they would still check on us, they would still, I remember praying with Mrs. Wilkins, you know, when she called to check on us. And that speaks volumes for the quality of leadership that we have. So Mr. Wilkins, thanks as always for allowing me to share. I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Well, Sundiata, I certainly appreciate that. And I'm so excited for you guys. You didn't have to share all of that, but you know, that's what we're called to do. We're called to serve, we're called to connect, whether volume is up or volume is down. It should not change the philosophies that a person has when they really care. And so thank you so much for being on. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we make no medical claims at all. That was Sundiata's personal experience with our products. And what we know is when you put the proper nutrition into your body, the body has an amazing way of responding in tremendous fashion. You know, I want to now shift gears, and we've talked a little bit about the keto coffee, the keto tea, as well as the skinny brew coffee, but I would be remiss if I did not mention that we've got over 50 other products that fall under beauty, weight loss, and nutrition. You know, these products are designed to help you lose up to 31 pounds in 90 days, control carbs and block fat from foods, detox, balance, and alkalize the body, tighten, tone, and firm the skin, replenish, and restore your youthful glow. So when you get a chance and you go on our website, you'll be able to see specifically all of the products that we market, what they do, and how they can support you in transforming your body. Here are some of the real people that have experienced real results with our company. These are many of the before and afters, and there are literally thousands of them that you'll be able to see around the world. You can go to our website, you can go to Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. You can go on YouTube and see people ranting about the raving results that they've gotten from our products. Now let's talk about some income. You know, you get paid 7 different ways inside of It Works Global. You know, the first way you're going to get paid is called retail commissions. Retail means you keep the difference between wholesale and retail as your profit. When you send somebody to your state-of-the-art website, they order the product, the company ships it to them directly, just like Amazon does, and you get paid. The second way you're going to get paid is through the loyal customer program. You earn up to 45% paid monthly on their initial 3-month subscription. You know, every single time a loyal customer places an order, you're going to earn a 15% commission on every single order that they place. What I loved most about our loyal customer program is the fact that, number one, the loyal customers, they get access to the products for the wholesale price point. So they don't pay retail, they pay wholesale. Number two, we have a loyal customer support team, and their job and responsibility is to follow up with your customers to ensure that they're getting exactly what it is that they've ordered, they're using it correctly, and they also educate your loyal customers on other products that are available and accessible to them. We do a lot of marketing, a lot of discounts, a lot of promotions for our loyal customers. That's why the average loyal customer subscription is about 9 months with our particular product. So it's phenomenal what It Works has put together in terms of a business structure. The third way you're going to get paid is through the fast start bonus. I don't believe in earning or get rich quick, but we do have a fast start bonus that's paid to you every single week that you qualify. When you become a distributor and you refer another person that decides to become a distributor with our company, when they enroll their first 2 loyal customers, you will earn a $50 fast start bonus. When that distributor enrolls their first 4 loyal customers within their first 30 days, you will earn a $100 fast start bonus. When that person enrolls 6 loyal customers within their first 30 days, you will earn $150 in terms of a fast start bonus. Matter of fact, you know, I love this so much because not only do you earn money, but what's also unique is that that distributor that enrolled these customers, they also get paid what I call, they also get access to $150 in a product credit that they can utilize to purchase some more It Works products. Matter of fact, let me swing the call over to brand new Ruby in our company. This is Mr. Sharif himself. You know, Sharif, why don't you come online and, you know, share with everybody your professional background, why in the world you said yes to It Works, what, you know, build it for your last name, what that means to you and your family. Because I can tell you, you know, out of all of the people that my wife and I serve alongside and have had the privilege to coach, I can tell you Sharif is by far, he's been one of the most coachable people I've ever worked with in my life. So I want to swing over to Mr. Sharif, you know, brand new 30-day Ruby, one of the fastest Rubies in the entire organization. My wife and I personally referred them to this company, but I want to swing it over to you, sir. Talk about those experiences and maybe take about a minute and a half to share that.
How you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Man, we can hear you loud and clear and see you as well.
That is great because I'm in Jack, Alabama in my truck, and it's the worst service around here, but God has given me about 4 bars when I was roaming all day, so thank God for that. All right. Once again, I just want to thank you for this platform to share. I just want to say that my wife and I connected with the vision of Build It for Your Last Name. You tell the story that all the time, Mr. Wilkins, that you ran downstairs to your wife and said, "We're going to build it for our last name." However, you didn't name it "Build It for My Last Name." You named it "Build It for Your Last Name," which meant that you were helping the next person build. And that's what attracted me. And as we grow and develop in the business, it's just becoming so incredible to think about how selfless the vision of "Build It for Your Last Name" is. I had to learn, and during my marriage, my wife's on the line. She don't cry, baby, after this. But I had to learn in marriage, you have to become so selfless. You know, you have to be concerned and care about, you know, how the next person is feeling, how your wife is feeling, and you have to be married to that commitment. And I'm so glad we decided to marry to the vision of "Build It for Your Last Name." And it's been an incredible journey. Then the next thing is for the testimonies, the stories. You know, we were at conference. We had the same experience as the Fergusons. To be at conference, my wife and I, we you know, basically trusted Mr. Wilkins and Miss Wilkins and said, you know, they say we need to go to conference. Let's go. Let's get that experience. We went, and it was absolutely life changing. And they had a post. They had on the screen that said the power of your story. So I want to thank Mr. Ferguson for sharing his story. I'm watching my story develop, my wife's story develop, and I'm watching our story develop together. But we each have our individual story because we're in different places. You know, as we grow. My wife, she posts videos. It's just incredible to see. But I'm enjoying hearing where people are in their life and seeing how they can build it for their last name. The company's been incredible. I've been using the products, been dropping weight while I've been driving the truck. I just plugged into the system. Ms. Wilkins, I say you have a system, you developed a system that you say I'm coachable. Actually, I took me out of it and said, I'm just going to follow what I'm being asked to do and trust and believe in the system. You know, if you've had great success and the whole team has had tremendous success, and you're going to show the income disclosure statement, and I'll be finished after this. And if you look at the percentage of people that go Ruby in 2018, Build It for Your Last Name, the team is just blowing the numbers out the door. Like, you know, how the success that we're seeing as a team, not as individuals, but as a team. So I'm just so thankful to be part of the Build It for Your Last Name team. So thankful that we're part of It Works, and we're along for the ride. And I'm looking for that new distributor diamond bonus. It's going down. It's going down, baby. Back to you, Mr. Wilkins.
Absolutely. It's going up. It's coming up. I'm telling you, it's going to be incredible to have you earn that, you and your lovely wife, and y'all are going to do well with it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's just another example of somebody that's a part of the team, involved in the company, plugged in, and doing extremely well. Now, how do we get our product out? We've got a Connect app, whereas all you have to do is purchase sample credits and pick your prospects. It Works will send samples out, and you follow up. You literally put their name, their address, telephone number, click send, and the product goes directly to that person. Methods 4, 5, and 6 that we get paid, this is for those of you that want to get to some very strong incomes. I'm talking about $10,000 a month, $10,000 a week, and even $10,000 a day. If you want to get to that level of income, we can talk to you offline about how these methods of payment actually work, because that's where that kicks in. Now, the 7th way we get paid is through the leadership incentives and bonuses. You know, because our company is debt-free, we do a lot of incredible incentives for the leaders and for the team. You know, we've got the Pentecost Ranch. It's a 5,000-acre ranch that Mark Pentecost owns. He has Pentecost Island. It's a 100-acre island that he owns. He has Pentecost Air, which has the airplane and the helicopter. And here's the beautiful thing about selflessness. All of us get a chance to participate in all of these things and go on these various excursions. I tell people all the time, you don't lead with your words, you lead with your life. This is a picture and pictures of examples of a life well lived with people all around the country that we've been able to do it with. Why not you, and why not next? We've got bonuses in place as well, ranging from $15,000 all the way up to $30,000. This is on top of the compensation plan. This is a promotion the company is running from January to March. through this month. So you get started right away. You can start qualifying to earn these bonuses, and we will explain them in specific detail with you after this particular webinar. Now, you set the goal, we'll help you achieve it, anywhere between $47 a month to $24,000 a month. That's the income range at every single one of the levels in our company. We'll show you exactly how to do it. Here's the options to get started: subscribe and save, or share it and get paid. To subscribe and save means you just want to become what I call a loyal customer. Now, it's free to set up a loyal customer account. It's not going to cost you one single dollar. You get your own state-of-the-art website that's set up for you. There's no setup fee. There's no monthly fee at all. The only thing that you will purchase are the products that you want at wholesale. Company will ship it directly to you whenever it is that you want. There's no commitment to it. You can cancel it at any time, but you'll be supporting the business of the individual that invited you to take a look at this information, and you'll be obviously able to benefit from some amazing products. Then, of course, to earn income, you can get started as a distributor. You know, you get started as a distributor. It's a one-time outlay of capital of $99 to get started. You receive wholesale pricing on all of the products. You can start earning some income, build yourself build to a full-time lifestyle, pay off some debt. Here's what I love about the distributor kit. Number one, it comes with some samples of our product. So you get 4 physical samples of the Skinny Brew coffee and 3 what I call virtual samples that you can send out to some friends or some loved ones, okay? So that's what comes in that package. But you're now able to start earning income, having access to the training. You're in business for yourself, but certainly not by yourself. Now, for those of you that want to get on the fast track to starting to earn some income, here are a couple of options for you. You've got the results pack. It's a one-time investment into the business of $299 one time. They will waive the $99 distributor kit and include all of that comes with the distributor kit into this results pack, but you don't pay the $99 plus $299. You pay $299 one time. But here's what happens. You get a month's supply of 7 different products. So you get our ultimate body applicator, or that crazy wrap thing. You get our It Works energy. You get the keto coffee, the facials, the super greens, the hydrate, all of the products, even our BFF, our best fat fuel. This is our meal replacement. You get all of that here for $299. And if that's not enough, for those of you that want to really skyrocket your business from day one, what I've discovered in the last 16, 17 months that we've been doing this business is that the majority of leaders get started with this package or aspire to get started here. It's a one-time outlay of capital of $589. So everything that comes in the $299 pack and the $99 pack is put here because you get a month supply of up to 10 different products. So all of the products pictured here, the hydrate, which is our version of Gatorade. You get the super greens, the super reds, which are phenomenal antioxidants. It has beets infused into it. You get the ultimate body applicator, the keto coffee, the Skinny Brew. All of that is in the ultimate results pack. So you've got everything that you need to get yourself started. Now, here's what I would highly recommend. Lock in your spot. Why do I say that? Well, the person that invited you tonight, they literally have only 3 teams that they place distributors and customers in to build themselves all the way up to the top of this compensation plan. So what that means for you tonight specifically is that you have the opportunity to lock in and secure a position of equity, and everybody else that is enrolled potentially can fall down below you in this team structure, whereas you get a monthly commission check deposited into your account simply because you locked in a spot, simply because you got started for $99 or $299 or $589. You locked in a position of equity, and many of those people have the potential to fall down below you. Now, here's our income disclosure statement. It lists out all of the incomes that are being earned at the various levels in our company, from what I call the monthly low, the average, and the high. You can look at from the rubies that were on the webinar with me tonight. See, on a low basis, they make $89 a month. Average, $471 a month. The highest paid rubies were earning over $4,500 for the month inside of It Works Global. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got literally thousands of distributors that are part of our team in the first 16 months of operation. We've had literally hundreds of people get promoted to executive in Ruby and Emerald as well. These are people that are earning this type of income on a monthly basis. We've got diamonds and double diamonds and triple and even presidential diamonds that are personally enrolled by us on the team, and many of them that we never even knew before we got started with It Works. My question for you is, why not you? In closing, let me say this to you in terms of our compensation plan that I've just shared. There are 4 things I want you to write down, because anybody can make anything sound good, but the proof is always in the printout. Number 1, in the last 7 years, It Works has created and produced over 150 millionaire club members. These are individuals that have earned over $1 million or more in commissions and bonuses in this company. Number 2, 90% of these individuals had never done anything like this before. They've never been involved in direct marketing, direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing. They didn't have experience or a team to bring over, none of that. They started it from scratch, part-time. Number 3, 96% of our top 6-figure and 7-figure a year earners, 96% of them are women. Ladies and gentlemen, in most companies and in most industries, I venture to say the fight is for equal work, equal pay. And It Works, the computer system promotes you. The isms that plague most companies and most corporations, especially in corporate America or in the corporate world, don't plague you here. What do I mean by isms? Racism, sexism, nepotism, and favoritism. None of that means anything here. Production pays. The computer system promotes you. And then number 4, the owner and founder of It Works Global, Mr. Mark Pentecost, on a recent broadcast, came out and touted a couple of things. Number 1, we were up from last month's revenues 30%. We're growing. We were up from January to February, up 30% in revenues. Another statement that he made is that over 60,000 distributors in our company earned a commission check of at least $500 or more for the month. 60,000 people. Do you know the average home would have stayed out of foreclosure last year if they were bringing in an extra $300 to $500 for the month? Here's what I highly recommend you do. Get back with the person that invited you onto this broadcast, to this webinar. Let's get any and all of your questions answered as it relates to what it is that you saw and what it is that you heard tonight, because tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on this same Zoom ID, on this same broadcast, I will be back with some more business partners of ours to share the same information with you and many of the people that you're free to invite onto this webinar. We look forward to serving and working alongside each and every one of you. Thank you so much to our Ruby executives that were on the line with me tonight. Congratulations in advance for those of you getting started. I want to say we'll see you at the top and not from the top, because you deserve the best. God bless you. God bless your families. And God most certainly bless your dreams. Good night, everybody.